Yes, English cricket. They lost in the West Indies last week. That means they've lost 5 straight series. So at the West Indies, here in the Ashes, obviously, very close from being a whitewash. India at home, New Zealand at home, and then away at India. They've got 1 win from their last 17 tests. Now, the media circus has continued again. We've already sort of discussed this on the Esky before. Joe Root's head is on the chopping block in terms of captaincy. What are our thoughts around this, lads?
Do you give them a little bit of a pass because they play so much cricket outside of England? Because all those things you just mentioned weren't played at home, so they're going into
India and New Zealand with losses at home.
Oh, so yes. Yeah. So after they did the Indian tour, then went home. Yes, but of the last 4 tours they've played, 1 of them is in England. So they do. My point is they do play a lot of cricket, a lot of Test cricket, more than most, and of course have to play a lot of that away. Does that give them a little bit? Maybe.
Nah,
but they're
I don't think so.
they're so poor. I guess is my point. They're so poor that even if playing away from home, losing, to the West Indies, probably not a great look at all.
No, not at all.
Yeah. So
not at all.
I think we talked about it. They've got 2 good players and they've got to find the other 9. So, Archer, I'm assuming, didn't play in this as well.
No.
He's probably the 3rd. Jimmy Anderson's getting a bit old, so you're going to have to...
Well, Anderson and Broad are going to be retiring soon, you'd imagine. So Archer, once he's fit, will slot straight in there. I didn't mind what I saw out of Mark Wood in the Ashes. Yeah. So I think
Bairstow's done a little bit as well. But they're still... I think they're just missing so many pieces to be a good team.
They need a top 6 outside of Root, and Bairstow has shown a little bit recently. But in terms of captaincy... Who would make a better skipper? I suppose the only sort of names that come up would be Ben Stokes or Johnny Bairstow. Yeah. Are they better leaders than Joe Root?
Yeah, well, Stokes,
I don't think so.
Stokes has only just really kind of got back into his cricket as one, so he's probably not in the right sort of space to put him in the front of the English media and say, good luck, champ. And I think, besides Root, you have to pick a young fellow, and none of those guys are really ready yet. I think we said this when they were in Australia. The next England captain is not in the English side. They've got to go find that bloke.
Well, and we've mentioned it before that they've highlighted that Ollie Pope as maybe a potential leader in the future. I think he's only 23. If there was a clear person to pass the baton on to, I guess you could kind of say, well, Joe, obviously you're making a lot of runs. Let's take the pressure away from you in terms of taking the captaincy off you. Mm-hmm. But there's no clear incumbent. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Is that the right word? I don't know.
Yes. There's no one in the team that you could easily.
That's ridiculous. He's their best player by far, and he's the only person that makes sense to lead that team going forward.
Yeah, I'm surprised they haven't fused his spine together. He's carrying that squad so much. So his back must be fucked.
Spinal fusion. Yeah, maybe Stokes in the future. I don't know, but like Stokes, he's so fiery, he loses his head. He's an excellent cricket player. Don't get me wrong, but is he someone that you'd want to captain an Ashes series? Is he someone that you'd want to lead England to a World Cup?
It worked for India, but I'd also say that, different. Kohli also adds a bit adds a bit of something that...
And again, I don't know what Ben Stokes' cricketing brain is like, you don't really know how someone would lead until they're given the opportunity to do it. But for me, there's no clear person to succeed Joe Root at the moment. So I think it's all nonsense and media beat up.
Stick with Root until you can find a better option.
That's right.
You've got to build that squad.
That's right.
Start there.
Can't beat a Root, etc. I had something there, but no, there's nothing. That was really poor execution.